feature walls inside, but what about making part of your fence a focal point? Here with more, Benjamin Moore, Sharon, Grech. Oh my gosh, it is absolutely beautiful. So this is something I think a lot of us don't take into consideration, making your fence the focal point.
Absolutely. The fence tends to be very utilitarian. It's just out there. But a lot of times people, by ignoring it, make it draw more attention to itself by staining it a red cedar or a really bright orange when you've got nothing else out there that ties in with that. So you really want to think about how it ties in with the rest of your space. And you know what? It's spring. We want to get outside. So bring some of the indoors outside with you. And you want that, you want to bring the function, like some of the interior design rules. You know, we think about function, you think about what you're going to feature. So in the backyard, the fence isn't the feature, it's the foliage. It's the beautiful colors, which I can't help myself thinking you look like all those beautiful spring and summer colors.
Very
so you want
bright, very vibrant.
Exactly. So you want everything else to sort of be a backdrop to that, right?
I know. You know what a lot of us don't consider? Going blue. Like, I'm so happy you did this. I was saying to the audience, okay, I'm just not daring enough. I'm not there yet. I'm too conservative. But this is a beautiful way to sort of add just a focal point to your wall, to your fence. The way that the wood is laid as well, that chevron pattern, the fact that you've done blue, like, gorgeous, Sharon.
So you want to really think about all of those things. And if you're staining, if you're going to the effort of doing it anyway, then this is the time to think about the color. So the blue, and again, the feature area, right? So the blue is a great color because it kind of color blocks this whole area. So we've got this fantastic furniture from Jardin de Ville, and I was kind of inspired by this blue.
You and I are going to fight for that chair after the show. We both want that chair, and the thing is, we can both sit in it together.
We can. We tested it out with other people.
Generous.
It's good. You can fit 3. We're good. So you want it, you don't, inside we say, you know what, think about the color of your furniture and then bring the colors to the wall. So you want to do that to some degree, but at the same time, I know you're not going to be staining, like you don't want to do a lot of maintenance outside, right? So I think blue is actually a really nice color. It's like the sky. It is a great backdrop for everything. But what I did here by designing it in a herringbone pattern is it kind of creates art on your wall that you can look at in the wintertime if you have snow and you still see some color out there. But then the rest of the perimeter, so if you just imagine this silver gray, this is a translucent stain, so it keeps everything fairly neutral, and it's probably what the natural color of the wood, the cedar, the white cedar, is going to turn to anyway. So it's not going to be a lot of maintenance for that back area, but this feature point, which is sort of in your dining area or in a wonderful lounge area, this is where, you know, you can change this. It's not a huge thing. I used a semi-solid stain. I used Arbor Coat in a color called Blue Note. So believe it or not, we do have colors in semi-transparent stains, in semi-solids. So this is semi-solid, so you get a little bit more color, but you still see the beautiful texture of the wood. So I just wanted to show you quickly how different, like semi-solid, you're going to cover a lot of sins. So if you've got new wood boards that you're putting up and you've got old wood boards, you can tie everything in by using a semi-transparent, because whether it's on cedar, it's on pressure treated, it's on pine, it looks fairly similar.
So what's the difference between these two?
This is a pressure treated wood. So if you see the bottom here, you can kind of see it's still got that greenish. So you still see the green, but it's not too much. Whereas on the cedar, you still see the red, but it's not too much.
Got it.
So really important to think about.
You primed it?
No. Good question though, Tracy.
You didn't.
When it comes to fencing, you do not need to do a primer if you're using a stain. Absolutely. So whether it's translucent like this is the silver gray. It's a translucent stain, so it's gonna show more of the wood color below. So you definitely want to test it out first. Make sure you got the color right. No priming. Put the stain on, and when it's a fence, you don't need to put any sort of a top coat. Like this is protective from the UV, from the rain. So again, translucent in an oil or a water base on its own here shows a lot more of the wood. Semi-solid is going to show a little less of the wood grain, so it hides it. And then you can go to a full solid, which you can actually get in any of the 4,000 plus colors, and then that's going to kind of hide everything. So you kind of go to that at the end when your wood is sort of really showing its age.
Is this one coat, two coats?
This is one coat. So again,
oh my gosh, see, I'm just trying to be lazy here, and I love what you're telling me.
It's working.
No primer, one coat.
No top coat.
No top coat.
No top coat. So you
beautiful.
do it, and depending on the environment that it's in, especially on a vertical surface, it's going to last a long time. And again, if you put something like color in an area that you can handle and keep something more neutral around the perimeter of your space, it's going to be fairly easy. But really, bring the indoors out, get some fantastic furniture. I'm actually going to try sitting in it again.
Although that's an outdoor chair, is it not?
This is an outdoor chair.
Gee, that's beautiful.
It's so awesome with the canvas, and the stuff that you can get these days just is so awesome. But the rug, everybody here asked me about the rug, and this is like a hand-woven synthetic fiber. Carrying it around, it felt like wool. I would bring this inside, right? Yeah, absolutely.
But it's an outdoor rug.
It's an outdoor rug.
That's incredible.
So again, really think about all those ways that you can bring a little bit of your interior luxury outside for the certain amount of time of the year that you get to enjoy it.
Love the plants, love the table, love the chairs, all Jardin de Ville.
All Jardin de Ville. So
very cool.
Beautiful.